Right, so now email notification, basically what notification is. So if we talk about notifications, so basically when we are if we want to send some information or some updates to our end user or the agents, also whenever any ticket creation happens or any update happens on the ticket creation, update, whatever action or activities performing on relevant tables, basically. Okay, so we will be utilizing email notification, and we have multiple ways to basically trigger email notifications from ServiceNow system. Like we have direct notifications module. Other way, we can create a script to generate a notification, and as well as we can trigger notification using our flow or workflow. Also, we can send the notification directly utilizing the activities.
Okay.
So we will see like these options, like how it works in our system. So we have notifications. So if you search for notification on the navigation, so we have notification module here. So we have system notification, and under system notification we have notifications here. If I click here, so it will open the list of out of the box notification which is already present in the system. But what we can do, we can basically create our own notification also if we don't want to use existing out of the box one. So we can definitely try to create our own, like whenever any execution or any record insert update happens within ServiceNow system, or any other conditions with the combination of multiple conditions, also we can generate a notifications here. So we click on new button here, so we can try to create a new email notification. So I will use again the incident table as my testing. Okay, so suppose I am notifying users for incident creation. So I will select incident here. Active is already set. Category can leave as is. If you want to select, you can select, but you can leave uncategorized also. You can use ITSM as we are talking about incident. And we have these three tabs here, like when to send, who will receive, what it will contain.
Okay.
So we have when it is record is inserted, updated. So we have this checkbox, inserted, updated, and if we select event is fired, so event will fire from the scripting area, like from script the notification can trigger. So if we are writing a script, then we have to use this option. And triggered is like when we use in our flow, we have triggered, there is a trigger created. Based on that trigger, if we want to send the notification, we can trigger. Like using flow, if we have to trigger notification, so we have to make notification as triggered here.
Okay.
Okay, so right now we are creating on insert, so we will click check mark on insert, and we can write the condition if required here. You can select any any condition here, and then you can write. So here, who will receive? So basically, the incident who is basically creating it, or the caller ID is caller is the incident, the person who for incident is raised. So generally the notification is sent to caller. So I have selected the caller field, like who will receive. So this is the caller field which we have added. So the person who would be on that caller field, that person will receive the email. And here
so why you didn't that I was about to ask that only. In the user you haven't give, right?
User, we have option to add users directly.
Okay, if you want to add anything in the field which is in the table, then we have to check the down one. If not the user, if we know, then we have to keep the users, right?
Users will always be dynamic. This will be very rarely used in a specific case, but most of the time it would be dynamic only. We don't define any static thing.
Understood.
That thing comes for groups. If suppose we are creating anything and that is assigning to group only, and we are sending this email specific to group, then we can define the group here.
Okay.
But here we are already having the fields, user of groups in fields. So if we even want to send the email to assignment group, then assignment group can be selected from here. This. So we don't select generally user of groups directly. We select the fields so that it works as a dynamic. It should not work as a static.
Okay.
And here what it will contain, it will happen subject and the body and the email template also. We can create our email template and use.
I think the similar template we saw while creating the flow, right, bro? Like what it will contain, kind of.
So here email body, we can use fields also to send the email. So we are sending the email to caller, so we can basically use format hi caller ID. Your incident is created. ITSD means IT service desk, and let me add the incident number also. So this is your incident number has been created basically. So now we can define like this under subject. So incident number will come under subject also. You can either click on save or you can click on submit also. So now when the notification is saved, we can basically preview our notification, like when triggered, how it looks. So this is a preview button if you see in top.
Yeah.
So if I click on preview, and suppose this is the record number for an example, so users will be this Joe, subject will be incident created. Hi Joe, your incident has been created. So this email you will get while incident creation. So let me show you.
No, that below that unsubscribe and preferences is there. No, can we remove that also?
Yes, you can remove. This as email template only.
Okay.
You can remove it.
Not
this is
here,
not mandatory.
Not here, bro. This under preview you got in the mail.
Yes, that only I am telling. If I remove this notification email template, you will not see that.
Okay.
is
Okay,
removed.
okay.
So suppose caller is system administrator. Now I am clicking on submit. Now we will open our email logs, whether it triggered or not. See, our notification got triggered. This is out of the box. This is our on top.
Yeah.
So if I open mine and see the preview email again, so this is generated. Hi, system administrator, your incident has been created. Thanks, ITSD. Right? So this was our email.
Yeah.
Right? This is triggered. So it triggered. I have added the condition like it will trigger when the incident is created. So now next we will move basically for how we can trigger same email using our script. So one thing I will do here, this notification I will use same for multiple purpose. So now first what we will do, if suppose we want to trigger the email notification using a script, so what we can do, basically we have to basically create the event. So that event will trigger using our script, and then based on that script, if as soon as the event is triggered, the notification should trigger. So we have option when to send, right? So send when record is inserted updated. So we will select this option, event is fired. But right now we didn't create any event. So we will first create the event and we will use here, and then we will write a script and see whether it is executing or not.
Okay.
So you have to search event registry here on the navigation. So we will create any inc create email. Okay. Rest all is not required anything. We have copied it. Now we will reload our notification form so that it displays the updated list of data. So yeah, so here if I click on event is fired, so here we will search for our we have created, right, inc okay, let me search INC. So this is our INC create email, right?
Yeah.
So we will save it. But now email will not trigger when incident is created also, because we have to trigger it with event. And now event, how event will trigger? Event can be triggered using business rule mostly, because it executes on server side. So we generally try to use business rules. So that thing will come in scripting part also, but I will show you. Now, so similar thing we will do on incident creation, right? So incident create, it will work, and I will click on insert advanced. When to run is before in up, and here we will add just one liner we have to add here, and it will contain multiple parameters also. gs dot event queue. So using this we can trigger the event basically. So
okay,
there will be 4 to 5 parameters here, but generally we term only 4 parameters generally. So first parameter would be our event name. Okay. Now second, you see here, if I have used event queue, here multiple parameter displayed. First is name, second would be glide record, like the glide record object means the current object. So in our case we will use the current here, and second parameter was the table, and third parameter, like we have param 1, param 2, and then we have basically the name of the queue, but name of the queue we don't use, it is optional. But rest all parameters can be used or cannot be used, it depends. Okay, so first is event queue name, second is the current record basically, so we are writing it as current. And third parameter, we can basically, if you see in notification, under who will receive section, we have event param contains recipient, event param 2 contains recipient, right? So we can pass the recipient also here.
Okay.
On either on param 1 or param 2. So here I am just using the incident number for param 3, and param 4 I am trying to use gs.get. Because
if you don't use param 1, param 2 also, it is fine, right?
Yes.
It will hit
no, it will not do any issue. I can create it that way also, because we are already defining who will receive, so it's not mandatory. So now this is created. Now let's try to execute it.
Now when the instance is created, this business rule will hit, and inside that business rule, that event will hit. Under that event, the notification will come, right?
Yes. So this is new incident again, and so now if I save this, Now we will check emails. So ours didn't trigger. Why it didn't trigger?
Yeah, but first one is done, right? 45. Okay, the out of the box. Okay.
That is out of the box.
Yeah.
This is not the issue, I know, but let me try to create new one. If then also it is not triggering, that means we have to pass our parameter. So save. Now let's see under email logs. So it didn't trigger, so that means we have to define the parameters. So we will just use now we will see to execute. Fifth parameter is optional, that I know, but
Yeah, parameter will not be issue.
But here I think all 4 parameters should be required maybe. Is the issue with business rule? I don't think so.
Actually, I think even without the param
Okay.
param to
Okay, so yeah, so one thing we have missed, we didn't add the table here.
Okay.
Now let me remove all of them.
Yeah.
Because I also executed it, it is not required to add all.
Yeah.
And this table also is not required to add under.
In the event, right?
Yes.
In the business rule, it is mandatory. Yeah, I understood.
Let me go back to none. Now we will see incident is selected. Now let us try to create. This time it will trigger. See,
Yeah.
it got triggered. Ours also,
Yes.
right? And it is
Yeah.
recipients is system administrator only.
Mm.
So this is the way how we can trigger using a script. And now
With the flow.
Now we will see how we can use it using flow. Email logs, let it be as it is. This is the email, and now we will make this as triggered. Okay. Now
Yeah.
inside flow also we have 2 ways. I will show you. one will use this notification, one will not use this. We can directly define in flow itself.
Yeah, I think last time we have done
Yes.
using directly flow, right?
Yes. And I have mentioned that if we want to send the email using flow, then we have to select there we have to here we under notification we have to set the triggered. So now let Workflow Studio. Workflow Studio. So if I go to flow and if I click on new flow, so we will create a notification test. Build flow. Okay, now here is a trigger when we have to trigger, like we are triggering based on the incident creation. So I have selected the created, and now I will select the incident table. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, no filter I will use, just on create. So now under action we would be having notification, send email and send notification. Okay.
Okay.
Now what send email and send notification does, if I click on send email suppose, so we can directly define everything here itself.
Okay.
Like what table we are sending. Basically we will use the incident table, so we can drag and drop our incident record, and who is the recipient we can define the two. We can include or exclude watermark, and here CC, BCC, subject and body can be defined. Okay, so this will trigger based on that. So suppose let me
this flow we have created earlier, right now?
yes, this type of flow we have created. So suppose we send email to caller, so we can add our caller here, and then CC, BCC. Now suppose we will click on done, we will click on activate. So our notification backend one will not execute now. This will only this where we have created flow. It will work according to that. Now incident. Now this 49 incident is created. See, this is our test email INC create.
Yeah.
So this is triggered based on our flow.
No.
And this is out of the box above one. So now this is send email action, but let me remove it and I will try to add send a notification here. Okay. Now as soon as I will click on send a notification, and then we will add our record here, incident, and we can select the notification directly. So,
directly the notification name which we have.
Yes. So this is our notification, notify users, and I will click on done. Now our notification will execute, which we have created on notification table.
Okay.
This one will trigger notify users for incident creation. So let me create other record here. Now this incident is created 50. Now see,
yeah, it is created both.
This is ours, so it is created. So this is, we have to select it as triggered, so it will, then only it will be available under flow to be used. Right? So this is the way, like how you can basically trigger your notification. All three ways, like the flow, the script, and the notifications.
Yeah.
These all ways we can send the notifications basically to the users.